Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. It's the UCLA Bruins and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And I get it. You want to start fast, take the life out of this home crowd. But when you're the road team and you start the game with an onside kick, that is a little bit crazy, a little bit aggressive. And when you don't get it, now you've created all the momentum for the home team and great field position.
Great place to start for this offense. Here's Sellers to throw. The screen, he can go. Turning it on. Touchdown, South Carolina. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Deafening noise. Here's Iamaleava. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Harbor. Snags it and he's open. Got enough space. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And they did tack on the extra point. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. Got the tight end outside.
Really nice looking throw there. And traditionally, the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game. And if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A-plus level week in and week out.
Iamaleava unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Play fake. Nico Iamaleava fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He put that one in harm's way, and it's swatted down.
And the linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see him kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Throwing, Iamaleava unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. The 40, the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. 3rd down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Fourth down, Iamaleava. He's going for it all. He's got it and more than enough for a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Hit as he throws. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And honestly, for the defense, that play might be okay. Yes, you gave up a completion, but you got a great hit on the quarterback, and you're sending a message to this offense. You are coming early, you are coming often, and you're going to be lighting this QB up.
Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Iamaleava on the play action. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Iamaleava to throw. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Going for the marker on the ground. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, 1st down here. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Snags it, and there's running room. Into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and
breaks into the open. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Iamaleava got the big tight end on the corner route. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Fires on the move. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Throwing, Iamaleava. Got the back over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Iamaleava to the air again. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! Into the end zone for 6.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Here's Iamaleava to throw. And he makes the grab for the deuce.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harbor. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jordan. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Iamaleava throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the grab in their space. The 20. Touchdown, Bruins. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll set up to throw. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throwing, Sellers. It's complete to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Scanning the field is Sellers. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Smashes ahead. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime. Guys, I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Might be calling a hot route. Throwing, Iamaleava fires to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky, that one.
And down he goes back at the 3.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and
There he goes. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. On the run from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. The Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Bruins with the 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Here's Iamaleava to throw. He's got it down the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Iamaleava looking to the big tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Iamaleava. This time on target. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. Working that left side. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Sends it back in motion. Play action. Iamaleava. Swings it out to his running back. He's into the end zone for the 2, and they get a little bit closer. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Coming out with it, it's Harbor. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Goes to the option. Now the toss. On the move is the 30. There he goes. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Great job by the back on the option.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And the extra point is good. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Running inside, it's Fuller. Makes it past the marker. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Looking for space. It's Fuller. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. That's just inexcusable. A delay of game penalty there, and now it is 2nd and a mile and a half. Play fake, Sellers. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll operate out of split backs. The run inside. It's Fuller. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. 4th down, Sellers. Throws for the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Fuller. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And now on second down for this offense. Reads it, fires complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Quick release by the QB.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. Throwing, Iamaleava. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Snags it at the 30 and still running. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Wide out trying to get it in. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Makes the catch in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, so I guess at least they've got that going for them. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Sellers. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but
wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
The Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to run, it's Knight. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it
What
here,
happened?
this one is probably over.
I'm doing the same shit over and over.
Gets the back moving. Iamaleava to throw for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could.
There's a crease. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over.
I barely got hopped. I barely hopped on this.
It would take a miracle.
My first time
but nice
playing
job
this.
by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Here's Iamaleava to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run.
Aw, you're winning. Don't act like a pussy. Yeah, sorry ass. Look at me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey, I scored 38 points on your ass. I must suck.
The only thing that stopped him from housing
Man,
it.
come on. I must suck scoring 38 points on your ass.
Boy, they have divided these home fans here by putting this game in a hammer. Oh, he's got some space.
Look at that.
Finally get to him.
I'm not even trying. Jesus Christ. He can't even get it that way.
The reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Yeah, I'll waste it for you.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Here's Sellers to throw. Dances away to buy time. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds.
Good score. Shut up.
They are in business, 1st and goal. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.